Hey guys, so I'm here today with another secret for you. If you've been stuck with low paying clients, then come closer. I've got something for you. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use Chatgpt to start landing high paying clients, of course, as a content writer. Yes, so the tips I'm sharing here are going to be tailored to content writers because that's what I do. However, if you're smart and you apply the same strategies I'm going to share with you, then no matter what you do, you'll be able to replicate it in your own career path. But yeah, let me show you something I just. So guys, have you noticed how it's very difficult? It's not difficult per se. It's just harder to find high paying clients. I mean, the low paying guys are always available. They're always everywhere. But when it comes to those clients that pay very well, right, it's kind of tough to find them. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I use ChatGPT to track down these guys. All right. It's like a framework. So it's like 4 steps. Proven, tried, it works. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Guys, we're getting started shortly. However, in case you're seeing this channel for the first time, I have to introduce myself. So I talk about content writing and how you can monetize your content writing career. And if that's something that interests you, then you want to click the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So guys, the first thing you want to do is identify recently funded startups. Now guys, this is a rare gem, right? Most times when startups have been recently funded, they have a lot of money to spare. They are hiring, okay, at that point where they just received funding, it means they are going all in their business. So they are most likely going to be hiring skills like content writers, graphics designers, people that they need. They're going to be hiring them, okay, and they have a lot of money, so they also pay very well, okay. So what you want to do for a start, okay, is to find out these recently funded startups. And with ChatGPT, just a simple prompt, you can do this. All right. So if you head on to ChatGPT now and enter a prompt like generate a list of sites, right, where I can find recently funded startups. And if you enter this prompt on ChatGPT, right, you'd see ChatGPT come up with a lot of sites, right? Sites like CB Insights, TechCrunch, AngelList, Y Combinator, Sifted, right? Just enter the prompt on ChatGPT. You see these sites that have been listed. This is where you can actually find startups that have been recently funded. Okay. So, the startups that are going to be here, most of them just received money. They are a huge client. They are a huge clientele. All right. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to search for this on ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT is going to give you a list. You take this list, and I've said this before in my previous videos. I always say it. Make sure you have like a dump file when you're working on any research. So you open up that file on maybe your Google Sheets or whatever. So you pick these names that ChatGPT has given you and store it there. Now the next thing you want to do is go and search on those sites for companies. Now, as a writer, I suppose you've already niched down, the kind of writing you do, your industry. So let's say you're into fashion, you're into the fashion industry, or let's say you're into the tech industry. All right. When you go on these sites, these startup sites, you can now begin to, most of these sites allow you to search by categories. So you can see tech, you can enter tech category and search. So by the time you've searched, you see a couple of these tech companies, right? These are your target audience. This is your market. So what you want to do is maybe pick up a few of these sites and enter them in your dump file, the one that you've put everything where you're doing your research. Enter them there and leave them. So you've completed step 1. You've located your market, your possible target audience. So that's step 1. Now guys, moving on to step 2, the second thing you want to do is find the pain points of these companies. Now, if these companies are just starting, they're going to need all the help they can get. And if you are great at what you do as a good content writer or content marketer, right, you can offer a lot of value, but you need to find their pain points. What is missing? What do they want more of? What is that thing they are looking to solve? What is their problem? All right. And the good news is that ChatGPT can also help you find out this. So you don't even have to do much stress. So you can enter a prompt like, remember you made a list of the possible ones you can work with. You can now paste that list on ChatGPT and say, based on this list of startups, analyze their business model and industry to predict the key challenges that they might be facing. This is a prompt. You enter it into ChatGPT and leave it. Now, what ChatGPT is going to do is going to go to each of these companies, do the research that you should have done, see why this is a red gem. It will do your work for you and then come back with answers and tell you, okay, this is the company, this is their possible pain point, this is their possible challenge, this is what they are facing. Do you understand? So now you have the list of possible companies and you also have their pain points. So we've done step 1 and step 2. Now guys, the third thing you want to do is extract the key decision makers of these companies. So even when you found out the companies, you found out their pain point, you need to reach out to them. And you cannot just reach out to anybody random. You need to reach out to decision makers, people whose decisions count, right? And so that's what you're going to do. You want to find out, okay, who should I be talking to? Who should I reach out to? And again, ChatGPT to the rescue. So if you enter a prompt like, for each of these startups, find me the key decision makers and maybe give me their LinkedIn profile. All right. So something like this, ChatGPT will now do a research for you and then, tell you a list of possible people that are key decision makers in these companies. All right. So it will give you a list and then you can now go on LinkedIn, even if it doesn't have access. Sometimes ChatGPT will say, I don't have access to their LinkedIn. I can't give you their LinkedIn. Other times it will actually produce their LinkedIn profiles for you. All right. So if it doesn't give you their LinkedIn profile, you can do the work. That one is manual enough. You can simply go to LinkedIn and search for these people on LinkedIn. So now you've done step 1, you know your target audience. You've done step 2, you know their pain points. You've done step 3, you found out the key decision makers and you also have their LinkedIn profile. The next thing you need to do, of course, is connect with them and start reaching out to them. Step 4 is to conduct a personalized outreach, either on LinkedIn or via Gmail, whatever you want to do. If you want to send them an email, if you want to reach out to them on LinkedIn, I would recommend LinkedIn because it's more professional. That's what people are doing basically on LinkedIn, right? So what you want to do, you now have a list. All you need to do now is calm down and, connect with these people on a professional level. I don't advise just going straight to them and starting, don't just go and say, hey, I have a proposal for you or something. No, you can build a relationship with them. You can start by connecting with them, just connect normally. Then after connecting with them, you reach out, start being in their faces, start commenting on their posts, adding value, just be in their space. All right. Just be in their space. So you can also enter their DMs casually. Don't enter their DMs to say, oh, I want to work with you. No, enter it casually and be like, oh, hi, introduce yourself. This is what you do. Oh, I found out about your startup. I really love what you guys are doing. Just build a basic relationship first. And then over time, let's say after maybe a few weeks, you can then reach out and send a personalized message showing them your offer. Okay, you can now tell them, oh, this is what I do. And I noticed you guys have this issue in your company. What if I told you that I can help you fix it? And this is what I do for others. This is what I've done for this, for A, for B, for C. This is what I've been doing for people. And I want to help your startup do this. Do you understand? So it makes more sense. So now they know you because you're not just a stranger. They know you. You've built a relationship with them. Now coming to say that they are now more open to discussing terms with you. And guys, most of these guys, they are high ticket clients. So by the time you do this consistently, you do this professionally, then guys, you are well on your way to landing high ticket clients by the help of ChatGPT. Now, for some of you, you can ask ChatGPT to help you craft the personalized outreach. You can say craft a LinkedIn connection request message that sounds natural, friendly, and engaging. ChatGPT can actually do that, but I would not advise you to do that. When it comes to crafting messages, I advise you to do it by yourself. Don't ask ChatGPT. Do it yourself because there's this emotional connection that only a human being can produce. So if you start using AI, it might sound very uptight, but as a human being, you can just use your natural emotions to enter their space. So I don't recommend you use AI. I recommend you use, the normal method. All right. So guys, by the time you've done this, most of the people that start reaching out to you will be high ticket people that, they are big, they want big things and they will pay you well for your work. All right. So yes, guys, this is a method I found out, I discovered, I have used, and it's been working. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to come share it with you guys. So I hope that if you got to this point that you got value, and I hope that you have clicked the subscribe button, guys. I've just shared the secret with you. So yes, that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on here and share this with you. Thank you so much for staying till the end of my video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.